Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Two Dumb Users. This is episode 112 on Thursday, July
July.
21st. How are you today, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. Doing great.
You work last night?
Unfortunately. But it went by fast. It was good.
Was it hot?
Oh, it's been hotter. It was hot, but it's been a whole hell of a lot hotter.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been real hot lately, man. I mean, to the point where at the studio, I have the air conditioner on, and it literally halfway through the day feels like it's not even on anymore.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah.
that's not fun.
No, it was up over 90 or up around 90 yesterday. So it really is. It's been a scorcher, man.
It's disgusting. You got I was watching this video. I think these people over in England, they had or may have been in Texas, I can't remember. They had a pan and they put a steak in it and they just set it on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Started cooking right up.
I like that. I like shit like that. Like when you see somebody like crack an egg open or something and put it on the sidewalk and it starts to sizzle.
I want some sidewalk steak and eggs. throw some throw some cookies in the car and they'll be done.
Yes.
No, I'm not gonna make the joke. Never mind. Just keep moving.
Just come on out with it.
How do you tell the cookies in the car are done?
How?
When the baby stops crying. Oh, it's terrible.
Oh.
Oh, hell no.
Exactly.
I had a dream. I'm gonna ask you about something, man. You know what? Do you have dreams a lot?
Yeah.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I've had this dream, I'd say probably over the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps popping up every so often. And it's the same dream. I'm with about 3 guys that I know. And I think it's guys that I went to high school with and I grew up with. But it might not be. You know how dreams are.
Yeah.
And in this dream, somebody killed somebody died. Not one of my friends, but it was somebody else, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But one of the people I knew was...
Uh-oh. Come back. There he is.
One of the people I knew was with this person.
Okay.
When I don't think that they killed him. I don't think... Basically, it was an accident. The person died.
Yeah.
So in the dream, the person that I know and a few other guys that I knew, they took and they buried the body. Okay. And it was somewhere very out there. It was, they buried him real far down. Pretty much no chance that this body is ever going to be found. So then the whole entire dream is going. And I know about it. So I have this super guilty conscience. And I'm battling back and forth whether I should go with the flow and hope that this person never, you know what I mean? They don't ever look for him.
Yeah.
They don't, dig around and find him, which, like I said, there's a good chance where he was buried and how he was buried and how deep that it will never be found. Mm-hmm. However, like I said, in my mind, what if they do find him? What if they do link DNA back? What if they do track the people down that was involved and somehow comes back linked to me?
Yeah.
And, then I become a person who's involved because I didn't tell anybody. So the whole entire dream, I'm basically going back and forth trying to figure out whether I should go to the authorities and tell them that this happened and put my friend in, turn him over to the law.
Yeah.
Or do I just, go with it and hope that nothing ever happens, which it's, a good chance that it's not, by, like I said, by the way where they're buried and everything, but there is that chance. And that's something that you have to live with for the rest of your life, wondering if that is going to be discovered. Now, like I said, this is a dream that I have, I don't know, probably every couple months for the last 3 years. And it's real systematic. It's the same thing every time. The location might be different. Some people might be different, but this same exact dream keeps happening over and over. And I don't generally have dreams like that.
Yeah.
But then when I woke up, it was that feeling of that just that feeling of letting something of the burden off of your chest, because I woke up and I realized that it was just a dream. But like I said, in the dream, I'm so my head's nuts. My stomach's a mess because I'm trying to figure out whether I should turn this person in and have everything take care of itself like it should.
Yeah.
Or, like I said, just hope that everything, nothing ever comes back up of it ever again, and just go on with my life. What do you make of this?
The dream police are going to come get you. The next time you have this dream, you're going to get caught by the police because now you just confess to everything.
For real? Damn, it must be true.
It must be true. Yeah. So that's like all I can think of is like, yeah, like you can't even like get a nice peaceful sleep because you're out committing crimes and shit, covering up murders. Maybe this is why we don't, outside the studio. That's why the only place I meet you is at the studio. That way we're not in the woods, so you can bury me and everything.
But do you see what I'm saying though? Like, why does it keep? Why does it keep happening?
Your subconscious must like it. Maybe like it's I don't know. Maybe like you and your friends actually killed something long ago and he's just burying it deep down inside. I'm not saying you killed someone or you killed a thing, just like an idea, a concept.
Yeah.
A friendship. You never know.
Hopes, dreams.
Dreams. It could symbolize any of those things.
Yeah. It's just very bizarre. Like I said, I woke up in the middle of the night, I'm sweating. And like I said, you have that feeling like the weight of the world is off your shoulders when you realize that it's just a dream.
Yeah.
But after it happens so many times, you think somewhere in my mind, something would recognize it and say, you know what, this is that same dream that you keep having over and over. But no, every time it's just as intense as the last time.
I don't maybe your subconscious waiting for you to make a decision to actually like tell someone in this dream so you can move on from this dream to have something else.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty much the only person I've ever told this to. Well,
but now you just told a bunch of people.
And now you and our audience. But maybe since I came out with it.
Yeah. It's like it's lifted off your chest. You're good to go now.
And like I said, when it first happens and they first bury the person, I'm super confident that nobody's ever going to find out. It's like, it was like, 7 feet into the ground, out in the middle of these woods. It was out in the middle of nowhere. And like I said, I mean, the chances that anybody ever finds this body is slim. But, then all the thoughts start running through my head. What if somebody comes along and creates a strip mall in this area, and they got to go digging around just to, pour foundation, and bang, there's this body. And then they find the body and they're able to, through science, because you see people, getting off of murder charges from 50 years ago once a new science is created. What if that becomes the case? And then they're able to link it back. And there's all these millions, like I said, for a dream, there's so many millions of thoughts going on. Yeah. And I'm a nervous wreck. And, like I said, I just, or I could turn the person in that I was with, have the authorities take care of it, be off. But on the other hand, I'm thinking, okay, I turn that person in, something crazy happens, they're back out on the street. Now I got to deal with this person that I turned in for murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like a whole thing now in your dream. This is
what it developed into.
So let me track this here. So one part, for sure it was one of them that killed this person.
They were involved in the death, whether it be they killed him, whether it be yes, one person is involved with the death,
and then the others just help bury the body.
Yeah.
Now, have you in the dream talked to the people that just help bury the body?
I mean, I'm with these people. We talk the whole entire dream. You know what I mean? After this goes down, and the dream continues, we continue on with the dream. Everybody's doing their thing,
And none of them are saying, hey, maybe we should tell someone, this is a
No.
little sus that,
No.
he's with this person and they die. No one's talked about that in the dream.
No, they have no, like how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any of that. They're just going on with the rest of the dream like it's nothing, like nothing happened. And the whole time I like while I'm thinking all this stuff, the person who would be suspect is there, and I'm thinking, man, if I turn you in, it's just like I said, it's nonstop, and it feels like this dream goes on forever.
Yeah, or like the other people involved in this dream, the way they're reacting, and then the way you react, it's like your two personalities.
Yeah,
two, like your conscious fighting with each other of what you would do, what you should do.
Yes, exactly.
So it's like you kind of, and you go along with it, and you wake up upset and everything. So maybe like in the next dream, if you know what's happening, see if you can take control of the dream and then turn them in, and see if you wake up feeling better that way.
Right. Taking control of dream is so weird. I just read the other day after. It wasn't this dream, it was another similar dream, but I'm not going to talk about it today. I was reading something and it says your mind, basically, one side of it is creating this dream and all these crooked, weird turns and the rabbit holes and everything else, while the other side of your brain is taking it all in, enjoying it, almost taking it as an entertainment.
Huh.
So yeah. Both sides of your brain is working at the same time. One side's just spewing the information, and the other side is taking it in, enjoying it, experiencing it, whatever.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. All right. So did I ever tell you about the dream I had where I was making a movie?
I don't think so.
Okay. This happened maybe like a year and a half ago.
Right.
I'm just dreaming. I'm in a movie as I do, because I am a famous movie star.
Right.
And it was being filmed in East Liverpool because that's where you go to film a movie. So it's me in East Liverpool, and my co-star is Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Because, her and I, we make movies together. We're the love interest in the movie.
Absolutely.
And we're filming out in the woods and stuff, and there's supposed to be a bear involved. Well, the bear attacks her and like mauls her and everything. The next scene, I'm just sitting in the doctor, talking with doctors and giving them advice of what they should do. Because apparently in my dream, I'm also a doctor.
Hey, nice actor and a doctor.
And I'm like, all right, so I need to see her, figure out what's going on. And they're like, well, she's right there on the table. I look, and on the table, 2 eyeballs, and a brain and some nerve endings, and like things go into this machine so she can talk, and her body is just like sitting there because her head got torn off, and they're keeping the body alive.
Okay.
So the nervous system is just talking through this little machine, and her body's just sitting there just emoting as she would speak. And we're trying to figure out how to take these little nerve endings and put it together back into the body, and then how to prop it up so she can still act. So what we come up with is like put metal rods in her body, encase the brain in a little enclosure. The metal rods go, and we have a thing for the mouth, and it just and then things for the eyes so they can look around and see. And then we finish the movie.
Were you watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that day?
I was stone sober the entire day, and the night I had that dream.
You don't think that you might have seen Krang somewhere? Remember Krang on the
Krang? He had the little dude in the belly. Yeah, I know Krang. No,
that was I thought of the dude, just the guy that's in the belly, laying on the hospital bed when you were telling, that's how I.
No, it was just her body chilling there, then her nervous system part of it just. So we just stuck a couple rods in her and then just attached this shit. And we went back and made the movie.
Well, that obviously means that you're psychotic. No, what's the deal? Where, I mean, and the thing is, your brain will create the situation. It'll create things. It'll create people
Yeah.
that you never met before. It's
Mm-hmm.
creating them. And
Yeah.
like I said, if you're responsible for creating these thoughts, how crazy is it that you can't even concept the fact that
Yeah.
you're creating the thought?
Yeah. It's just, why would I be making a movie? And if I'm making a movie, why did we have a bear there? And then why would the bear bite her head off? And why are we trying to fix just fucking,
Yeah.
so what's the meaning there? What's the meaning? People always say, oh, things in dreams have meanings. What's
Yeah.
the meaning? Yours, I can kind of figure it out. Like your conscious battling. Mine, people getting devoured. I have no idea.
I'm going to be honest. I had a dream to be similar to the start of your dream.
Mhm.
Now, it was, just this whole crazy dream. You go through it, blah, blah, blah. And then at the very end, and I kid you not, I've had this multiple times, not as many as the other time, but it's something that I do, I could recall having. And this crazy dreams happen, and it can either be, scary or freaked out, whatever. But instead of waking up at the very end of the dream, you then become, you then realize that you're on some kind of TV set or movie set.
Huh.
And you're like, at that very moment, once the directors, producers start moving around,
Yeah.
cameras start moving, you then know that it was some kind of a show.
Yeah.
But the whole way through, you have no idea. Like I said, it can be like the scariest
Yeah.
fucking shit or whatever. And then it just gets to that point where the dream just gets so out of control. And then the director might say cut, and then everything just starts. The person you're there with gets up and they walk away and they start talking to somebody. It would almost be like being on a set somewhere and
Yeah.
somebody saying cut, but that's where that part of the dream begins, because it's totally, it's connected,
Yeah.
but it's totally different than the first part of the dream.
Huh.
You ever had anything like that?
No, I can't. I'm trying to think, and I've had like scenes end, and like you end up somewhere else in the dream, and like, whoa, what, all this weird stuff just happened. Now I'm here, but never where it's like cut. Hey, we're on a movie screen or a soundstage, and then okay, carry on with that. I've had it to where you run through a door and you're in a different world, and like, oh, okay, this is new,
Yeah.
this is different, and I forget about everything else that just happened, and then go on a new adventure.
Yeah.
But no, that's a cool one. I'd like to have that one. Weird, intense dream, and then cut. Oh, it's just a
very
movie.
bizarre because you kind of wake yourself up and you kind of catch yourself. And like I said, sometimes it goes on, but I can recall it happening, waking up as soon as it goes to that second part, and I'm almost still saying the same lines that I said as I was finishing the first part of the dream. Like as I'm waking up, those words that I'm saying, those lines, they're still in here.
I had a recurring dream for about 2 years. It would always be just chilling, normal dream type stuff. Next thing you know, I'm on some like medieval battlefield going, how the hell did I get here? Like Bill and Ted being warped in. I'm like, all right, whatever. I just going. Next thing I know, an axe right inside to my sides. And I would just wake up every night in pain for like on and off for 2 years.
Yeah.
I was like, do I have a kidney infection, a bladder infection, appendix, broken ribs? I have no idea. But no, it was just every couple of nights I would have that weird dream for about 2 years.
It's wild that you say that, because I remember being a younger, I would say early teens, like a younger person. And you're gonna have to help me out here. Remember on the original Star Wars movie, there was 3 of them forever, like all the, those 3. And there was a green, like a, I don't know, he was a monster looking thing, kind of like a warthog, but he was upright.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, I had a dream, and it was a kind of a reoccurring dream like this when I was younger, and that thing was always in it, and he would always chunk, like how you said, like your side, your back. He would always chunk a piece of my side or my back in these dreams. Now, mind you, I wasn't even a Star Wars person. I'm even surprised I even knew who this character was, to be honest. But in these dreams, he was there, and every time that he would chunk a piece of me right on my back side area here. And you know, it's something similar to that, like you were just saying.
That's weird. Like it just had to be like you did. You know, a Star Wars fan, but like you just knew enough of that little creature to
Right.
know, in your mind just kind of like, okay, kind of looks like a warthog or something that would eat me, and then boom, makes a whole dream out of it.
Yes. And you know, like you're a kid, you're watching, you know, cartoons, 50 million commercials happen. They're
Yeah.
advertising for this. So I knew I knew the characters. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I wasn't retarded. I was a fucking kid. So, you know, like I said, every time that that one particular character did, it would fuck me up, man. It would fuck me up. And I would always wake up with like some kind of, like I said, like a pain in my back or side every time. But he was another one that I would put in that reoccurring dream. I probably have about 5 of them. That, you know, pretty much through my whole life that just kind of keep coming in and out. But the one with the guy that got killed, that one, it's so often, and it's, you know, so fresh. Like I said, it was just last night I had that, and I woke up, I'm a fucking sweaty mess, you know, because in my dream, I'm thinking I'm either going to live with the guilt of this person being deceased and knowing about it, or turn, you know, if I don't turn this person in and something happens, then I'm going to go to prison for the rest of my life. So I'm thinking prison rest of my life. Then on the other hand, I'm thinking living with, you know, we could probably get away with it, but that not knowing for the rest of your fucking life, every single minute of the rest of your life, you could be doing anything, and you could just out of the blue think, damn, I wonder if anybody came across that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, at least in your dream you weren't a snitch. You weren't a rat, so you got that going for you.
People. I mean, that's like I said, that kind of you know translate over to life. You know, it's very accurate. I would have a big dilemma. I'd like to think that I would, you know, do the right thing in real life, but like I said, in my dream, it's so me. I'm so freaking out about it.
I can just picture your dream self, like just being all you. You know how it is. You know, like you get when you're like debating with yourself over and agonizing of what you should do. Yeah, I can picture the whole thing in my head, and I it makes me laugh. Your dream entertains me.
This other one other thing, it ain't a particular dream. It's something that I do in dreams. Now, I've probably noticed this within the past 10 years, but it'll randomly pop up in any kind of dream I'm in. Now, it used to be if I pushed off with my feet, I would be able to go into the, you know, like almost like a jump off of a good example. Remember on Mario 2 on Nintendo with the princess, you would jump and then he'd just hold the button and she would fly.
Yeah.
It was something similar to that where I could, you know, just random times in my dream, I would just push off. And I don't know if it's like an anxiety thing when I'm sleeping, if I'm pushing off the end of the bed, I don't know. But in the dream, I push off and I do that. I could stay in the air for a limited amount of time. And it was either until I wanted to come back down or until this limited amount of time ran out. And then I would, you know, slowly start to come back down. And now it almost evolved into me at any point. If I think of it during a dream, if I lift the bottom of my you know, like kind of bring my feet up behind my knees, like kind of lift the bottom, I could literally float, not like a flying, but I could literally float in the sense that, you know, if something was coming at me, I could do that. I could lift my feet up kind of up behind my knees, and I would be able to, you know, just kind of float there. And it's really crazy. Like I said, now this could happen, you know, this happened many times, probably dozens of times, and it was in, you know, many different kind of dream situations. So it's really not one thing that it relates to or another. And I could also remember in my dreams saying to people, I'm like, hey, do you know that I could fly? And they're like, what are you talking about? And I just kind of lift my feet up, and I just kind of start floating there. And I don't know, it's wild, man. Like I said, and it's something it happens kind of regularly.
Yeah. So your powers are evolving in your dream.
Yeah, I'm like a
That
superhero.
is, you are a superhero in your dream. I will have dreams where, you'll be fighting people or whatever, and you have like all these abilities and stuff until like the very end of the dream when I finally like kind of realize what's going on. I'm like, all right, let's do this. Let's play like the video game type
Yeah.
thing. Then when I start doing shit, nothing works.
Yeah,
You've gained powers. I'm losing powers.
I definitely have. And, like I said, I could be, just a random dream. I'd be walking through
Yeah.
the mall, our local mall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, check this out. And, and I just do it. And there I go. I kind of float around and check things out.
Yeah.
And it's super wild, man.
See, dreams like that, those are the ones you kind of want to have all the time because they're cool.
Yeah.
They're chill,
It is
they're relaxed,
really
they're
cool.
fun dreams. None of these like weird, intense dreams where like, people are chasing you or you have moral dilemmas. F that nonsense.
Yeah.
What the hell's our brain trying to do to us?
I don't know, man. I've always been one who dreamt a lot. I've
Mhm.
always been one who was able to remember a lot. Just like everybody else, I wake up and starts going away.
Yeah.
But I've had dreams that were so impactful that I do remember them, and I remember them well, and I remember
Yeah.
details and the story and where
Mhm.
So it's wild. I like dreams. I used to kind of think of them as a form of entertainment when you were sleeping. When I was in
Yeah.
my 20s, I just kind of how I looked at it. I thought, okay, let's get some sleep here, have some dreams, get
Yeah.
up and do whatever you got to do.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I find like the older I get, like the less like it seems like further out my dreams are, or like like I'll sleep, but I'm not getting those dreams like I used to, like stacked, like you have like
Yeah.
4 or 5 dreams a night. Now it's like lucky if I remember a dream a week or a month.
Right.
It's like I miss it. Apparently, I'm not sleeping enough.
I mean, like I said, I love dream, and
I love
dig,
them too.
man.
It's like you said, man, it's a form of entertainment. I like trying to remember the dream, put
Yeah.
the pieces together. Then if I remember it, all right, tell people about it, and then just have them look on and horrified faces of like the weird things that I dream of.
Or the common thing. I mean, it's not so common, but you've heard people say this. You have a dream that you bumped into a buddy that you haven't seen since high school.
Mhm.
And then you're at the dollar store the next day picking up fucking cat food, and you look over and
Yeah.
that person standing there picking out,
Mhm.
and you haven't thought of, you haven't seen, you haven't, that person's just been out of sight, out of mind for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
You dream about them, and the very next day they're standing next to you. You know what? I dig. Like I said, I like all that shit. I don't know what it even means, like anybody else, but it's definitely a highlight of life. I think
Yeah.
is the dreaming.
I like how you're saying, just to piggyback off of that, is like you have that dream and then you're in real life and you're like, wait a sec.
Yeah.
You notice like,
Yeah.
wait, I just had a dream about this. This is what's going to happen than this. And you see it play out
Yeah.
that way. You're
And you're like,
creepiest, trippiest thing ever. You're like, hey, do I have superpowers? Did some
Yeah.
kind of alien being talk to me? Did some weird demon in my head
like
convey
you're
what the hell's going
for
on?
example, you're at the store, you're gathering this, you're gathering that, you got your bucket, you look down, you recognize you looking down like you've seen it before. In that basket, you've had the same fucking things in that basket
Mhm.
as you're walking toward the counter. And when you're walking toward the counter, you know that the person there is going to say something, a certain thing, and you're
Yeah.
kind of in slow motion watching
Yeah.
it play out. And no matter what you do, you can't change it. You
I-
turn to that counter, you know who's going to be standing there, you know exactly what they're going to say. That happens, and then it kind of tapers off.
Yeah.
But
I-
you're doing this in real life, and you don't have any idea like how the hell you would know, but you
Yeah.
know that you know.
One time I noticed it unfold and I stopped it. Remember in like the next step in my dream, I was gonna like make the walk towards this
Yeah,
certain place. I stopped and turned around and walked the other way.
really.
Yeah, I just had that weird feeling, like because I couldn't remember what happened in the dream after I went that way. So I was like, it's just weird. So I'm like, I'm backing out.
Yeah.
stopped what I was doing and went the other way. I was like, nope,
I'm gonna. It's like, and the thing is, usually
And
it
maybe,
happens so
I
fast,
think,
you're just doing your thing. Then all of a sudden, you kind of just realize it,
Mhm.
and then it goes on for that period of time. And like you said, it's almost like it's almost in a slow motion, and you're watching it just unfold. And I'm going to turn my head, and I'm going to see this sitting here, and you know that I'm going to look at the floor, and you're going to see that the tile is cracked, and you're knowing it as you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wild, and again, I love that shit. I don't know what it is. I wish I understood it more so I could appreciate it more and maybe, further control what I do in my dreams. But, nobody really knows, I guess.
No. And I'm just going back to that, I walked away from what the dream was. And I think that's really what messed up the timeline. So monkeypox,
you woke up and it was like 6 years later.
Murder hornets, COVID, it's all my fault because I did not continue on with my deja vu. I said nope and left, and that fucked up the timeline.
I'm pretty sure that's what caused it. That's what caused COVID, dude.
And to erase this bad juju, what everyone needs to do is just give Mike $10 million, and then everything will go back to normal.
Your life will get better.
My life will get better. See, I think that's what happened. I went down that path and I got $10 million. I was destined to get that money, but I had a funny feeling. I turned away, and then that caused everything, and everything's going to be bad until I get my monies.
There was a couple of minor things that I recall from being a kid. I remember it was this white polar bear, but it wasn't like a polar bear. It was like a cartoon polar bear.
Mm-hmm.
And it would chase me throughout my house that I grew up in, this little house. But every time that I would think that I would get away from it, like I'd be on the front porch and I'd have my back against the wall and I'd peek around to look in the door to see if that polar bear was in there that was chasing me.
Yeah.
And I'd come back and he would be like right next to me on the wall, leaned up the wall like I was, like he was hiding with me, but I was hiding from him. And everywhere I went, that happened. Like I would run, through the house. I got on the back steps. He would be in the backyard. It was like it kind of puts you in mind, and I'm wondering because in my mind I remember it as being something like that polar bear from the Woody Woodpecker cartoon from when we were kids. You remember the white polar bear?
Yeah,
that's who it was. It was that white polar bear from Woody Woodpecker. So I mean, I'm not really questioning this because I could probably trace it back to it being from that cartoon. But again, that was another one that always stuck with me. And finally, the last one, I had a super bad nightmare as a kid that Pinocchio used to chase me through my house, almost the same kind of dream that was with the bear, but it was Pinocchio. And this motherfucker, I shit you not, he always had a bar of soap with him, and he was like trying to, rub this soap on me. And it might have been because, I don't know, maybe I was a dirty little kid. It was summertime. I didn't, I didn't hit the shower. Like, I don't know, whatever it was, this fucking Pinocchio. And it was a real size, how like Pinocchio is, just so tall. And it was this Pinocchio, and he would chase me. He would chase me everywhere.
So Pinocchio chased you with the soap.
With the soap.
Pinocchio's nose grows when he lies. So he was going to pin you down and start lying. And we know he had the soap to clean something.
As funny and twisted as that sounds, I've thought that before in my life. I mean, that thought's crossed my mind.
Yeah, it's like, what's he gonna do? I was like, I've heard prison stories. I don't want to.
Like I said, like that damn that stupid bear. Like I would run. I think I'd be away from him when I turn, and there he'd be with that fucking bar of soap, man. And again, I think this is probably me as a kid. Hearing my mom say something along the lines of you don't shop, you don't bathe, you stink, whatever. And that's kind of what I trace it back to. Maybe a summertime. I don't know. But the thing was fucking Pinocchio, white polar bear, that stupid green warthog from Star Wars. These were my childhood nemesis.
This is great. I'm just envisioning the thumbnail I'm going to try to create here.
Well, shit.
So So you're being chased by the polar bear, Pinocchio, and then the green little warthog from Star Wars. Are
Yeah.
these the same ones that maybe these are the same ones that are portraying your friends in your other dream?
I don't know. I don't know how
They're
Dreamland
getting
works.
you into trouble.
There's different
They're getting
characters
you.
that kind of are different beings that take different
They're into,
characters. And
yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking crazy, man.
You got chased by some weird shit, but I like you're like Pinocchio and the polar bear from Woody Woodpecker. I have never had a dream with any of cartoon characters that I've watched throughout my life.
Really?
Yeah, none that I can remember that like stick out. I just never remember as being a kid having a dream about like Bugs Bunny and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry, and then like Tiny Toons and never.
And how's come
Never.
it wasn't, I mean, it was the Pinocchio and the white polar bear and the green hog guy. It was never Jessica Rabbit,
Right?
Anything that I can enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
It was always these terrorizing little fucking
Yeah.
characters. I think that I might have been afraid of Pinocchio when I was a kid. Maybe that's what that was all about. But the reason, why I was afraid of him? You remember Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, obviously, from
Yeah.
Remember Lady Elaine? She lived in the museum. It went to Imagination. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like my face is rather red. Her face is redder than that, and she's creepy looking. She's that glow.
Yes. Now that's how Pinocchio looked in the dream. He had that glow, like that the same thing that makes Lady Elaine horrifying. Pinocchio had that same, like he was a plasticky look, and
So
maybe I was mixing a couple things together. I don't know, but it was that face. Put that stupid Lady Elaine face on Pinocchio. A bar of soap in his hand and have it chase you around. That is exactly what the dream was.
So do you think Pinocchio cut off her face and put it on his and wore it as a mask?
Probably.
I wouldn't put it past him. He looks a little freak. I just want to be
Yeah.
a real boy. Let me cut your face off and wear it as a mask. Yeah.
I'd rather be in a dream with Chucky than that fucking creepy ass Pinocchio.
Yeah, because at least Chucky,
you know what Chucky's will is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna act nice and try and kill you. I respect that. He's tiny. He has to, use what he has as his advantage. Pinocchio, I don't trust that fucker.
No, you never know what he is, because like you said, you don't know if he's a boy, you don't know if he's a wooden fucking puppet. You don't. At least you know that Chucky is what Chucky is.
Mm-hmm. You got some wild at you. Like, do you smoke before you go to bed?
Oh, of course.
That might be why you're
always. You know what I mean? It isn't like
yeah, that might be why you always have. That might be why you have some damn good dreams.
I don't know, man. It's been my whole life. Like I said, when they're when they're different, they're different. But they're they're not so different. They're just different enough to get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Pinocchio's gonna get you.
So,
Bruh.
Apparently the Pickle Fest, Mike, Pickle Fest had the largest attendance ever this year. Pickle Fest. It picked up a lot of popularity over the past couple of years, and this year was the largest attendance ever.
Y'all nasty for eating pickles. Y'all nasty for eating pickles in the summer on a hot day. But hey, as long as you had a good time, I don't care. It's Pickle Fest. Enjoy it. But it's not for me.
It's the people that's getting interviewed that has their pickle jar.
Oh,
And they're drinking it while they're talking to the person interviewing that makes me want to throw the fuck up every time.
Nasty.
It's almost like watching somebody drink urine.
Yes. Ooh, I got something. I got something.
What's up?
So I was listening to one of the podcasts I listened to. They were talking about a story.
Mm-hmm.
This guy had his leg amputated, like his foot and his shin. He invited 10 people to come over to eat his foot that was turned into tacos.
Wait, what was this? A
This-
dream.
no. It was like a real thing. This guy, like you, who's had to have his leg amputated, his foot and his shin. So they turned it into taco meat.
Oh, hell no.
So I'm listening to this podcast driving home while eating my egg and sausage sandwich from Sheets as they're talking about cannibalism. Normally, like things don't upset my stomach while I'm eating. We can talk about anything, but that right there, I'm just like,
That's yeah.
I ate my sandwich because I was hungry. But
Where
yeah,
was this at, Mike?
it happened. It was somewhere in the U.S.
Okay.
I don't know how old the story is. I don't know if it was like from this year
Right.
or an older one, but yeah.
Wow.
Had to have his leg amputated from like his foot and his shin. They kept it, and then he made it, invited his friends over that they've always talked about. Would you eat human meat if you had to? 10 of them came over. 9 out of the 10 like ate it. The other one had to spit it out because it was like too much for him. They said it was gamey. Well,
Yeah, like
so-
athlete foot,
yeah,
gamey.
right. Oh, that's like
turf
mm.
toe.
Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but that just popped into my head. And I'm like, yeah, that ruined my breakfast this morning.
You just heard that today.
I just heard that today.
People are so fucking weird, man. Holy
They
shit.
are. They are. It's ridiculous. But hey, at least they didn't kill anyone to get the human meat. They do just had to get his leg amputated and said, fuck yeah, free food.
Yeah.
Waste
I mean,
not, want not. That man is, he's living thrift life, man.
say what you want. We eat beings all the time with every fucking thing
Yeah.
we eat.
Mhm.
So
Why not have some long pork?
what's up?
Why not eat some long pork?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just it's the system that we have, the way that we
Yeah.
were brought up to think that eating people was bad and eating animals is okay. And you know what I mean? When you take the way that we were wired out and put that aside and
Yeah.
like just look at things, what's the difference?
Well, and there's thing like if you eat like too much human meat, it does mess with like your brain and your
Really?
body. Yeah, it's not the best for humans to eat other humans. I forget what it does to your brain and your body, but it does not react well in the long term. Like small like survival stuff you
Yeah.
have to like you've seen that movie Alive and stuff. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah,
Right.
but if you keep doing it over a long period, yeah, it can have adverse effects on your health.
I wonder if they just kind of threw that in there. You know what I mean? To keep us from eating each other.
No, they've done studies on cannibals.
I want to talk to the people that did these stuff. You know what I mean? I like to pick their brain. We know the topical information. I want to peel the layers
Yeah.
back. On
Right? I would explain. I just need someone to explain it all to me because I want to know.
Yeah. Like Guar shooting blood and semen on people in their shows.
That's gonna be fake blood and semen.
Yeah.
You would hope.
I'd at least hope that the semen was fake.
I was gonna say I was hoping the semen was real, the blood was fake. I was gonna take it that direction, be that guy.
We ever go to a Guar show, you stand on the semen side, I'll stand on the blood side.
I'll stand right in the middle. I want both. It's raining down on me. I got issues.
So there you have it. Everybody dreams.
Everyone dreams and everyone eats foot toes.
Talk toes. You want to
love
play
it.
a little game, Mike?
Let's do it.
We got time for a little game?
Let's do it.
I think we'll play a round of Will They Know? So basically what we did, we approached a random stranger on the street. I asked them 10 questions. 10
Mhm.
questions, Mike, that is all current event questions. It could have been in the
Okay.
paper this morning. It could have been in the paper yesterday, last week. Very current event I asked them, in the rules of the game is you have to decide whether you think this person was able to correctly answer the question or incorrectly answer the question, and that's how you'll be scored, is if you could guess whether they got it right or not.
All right.
So I approached a random woman on the street, and I asked her these questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Number one, in a controversial move, President Biden met with blank, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, who has been accused of being behind the murder of Saudi American journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Now, the answer I have somewhere here. Give me a moment. The answer is obviously I don't know. So I'm going to go to my answers. The answer obviously is Mohammed bin Salman. Mohammed bin Salman. Do you think that this random person on the street knows that the person that Biden met with is Mohammed bin Salman?
No.
No. That's probably a good guess. I'm going to assume that it's a good guess. But here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Do you say no?
I say no.
Here we go. Number one, in a controversial move, President Biden met with blank, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, who has been accused of being behind the murder of Saudi American journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
Okay, so there's the question. The answer is Mohammed bin Salman. You said you do not believe that she will guess this correct. Yep. Let's check it out.
I don't freaking know.
She doesn't freaking know. So one point for you. So now we understand how the game goes, right?
Yes.
Okay. So again, the answer was Mohammed bin Salman. Let's go to number two. The Omicron subvariant BA blank is now the most prevalent COVID-19 strain in the U.S. and is considered more resistant to current vaccines than other strains. The answer to this is 5. It is the subvariant BA5 is the answer. Our guest will not know that
they will not know.
Okay.
Okay. Number 2, the Omicron subvariant BA blank is now the most prevalent COVID-19 strain in the U.S. and is considered more resistant to current vaccines than other strains.
And you're saying that she will not know?
Correct. She will not know.
Here we go.
5.
Oh! 5 was the answer. BA5.
Wow. I props. Respect. Yeah. I don't know if she just shouted out the first number that came to her head or was like or knew.
It kind of sounded like it.
Because the way she sounded is like real confident. Like, yeah, 5. Yeah. Sounds right. Or 5. So hey, respect.
So this kind of mixes it up a little bit. Now I don't know what to think, man.
Yeah, me either.
All right. Number 3. A blank storm caused a 21-car pileup in Montana, killing at least 6 people. A blank storm caused a 21-car pileup in Montana, killing at least 6 people. The answer is dust. It was a dust storm. Will our random guest, will they know that the answer is a dust storm?
No.
No?
No.
Good guess. Or good pick.
I mean, I got a 50-50 shot every time.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Number 3. A blank storm caused a 21-car pileup in Montana, killing at least 6 people. What kind of storm?
And you said that she would not know that it is
correct.
Dust.
That was a dust storm.
Oh!
Woo! All right. So we have one correct, 2 incorrect, Mohammed bin Shaman, she didn't know. She knew the variants of COVID. She knew the storm in Montana. Are you ready for number 4?
I'm ready for number 4. Sounds like she
These
knows what's going
are-
on in the
these
world.
are
So
Random current event questions, Mike. All right. President Biden said he would take strong executive action on climate change after Senator Joe Manchin of blank withdrew his support for a deal that would have tackled the crisis. What state is Joe Manchin from? The
West
answer
Virginia.
obviously being West Virginia, but does our guest know that he's from West Virginia?
I'm going to say yes.
Say yes on that one.
Yes.
All right, number 4. President Biden said he would take strong executive action on climate change after Senator Joe Manchin of blank withdrew his support for a deal that would have tackled the crisis.
And you said that she knows it's going to be West Virginia, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Waiting.
I don't know.
Hillary, she's all over the place. All over the place.
Does not know. You're right.
She's
I
literally all
that-
over the
I think if I was on your end, I would be struggling. I
am
know I'm having
too.
a hard
She's-
time. Yes,
Yeah, she's all over the place.
she is all over the place. Let me see here. I gotta, because my reading screwed up question number 5, so I just have to get to a certain point because I kind of redid it. Okay, there we go. So number 5.
Okay.
Lawmakers in blank, lower house of parliament gave their approval to several bills that would legalize same-sex marriage. If approved, this country would become the first in Southeast Asia to recognize same-sex unions. The question to this is Thailand. Do you think our guest would know Thailand?
So far, she's gotten the 2 political ones wrong. So I'm going to say no, just based off of that fact.
I would do the same. Here we go.
Just, of course, my luck, it's probably going to be she knows it, but I'm going to go with no, just by on the information I have.
All right, we got to start our comeback, man. Here we go.
Waiting on you. Email the show about this, Karen.
I tell you what, I will. All right, here we go. Ready?
Saved by the bell, Karen.
Number 5. Lawmakers in blank's lower house of parliament gave their approval to several bills that would legalize same-sex unions. If approved, this country would become the first in Southeast Asia to recognize same-sex unions.
And again, the answer was Thailand. You said they would not know.
Correct.
All right, here we go.
Is that Thailand?
She was correct. The answer is Thailand. Are we in a fucking matrix? I think that dream that you had, your deja vu sent us spiraling into a matrix, Mike.
All over the place.
All right, next question. We're halfway through. We're at 5 done. You have 1 correct, 4 incorrect. I'm blown away. I don't think that I would do any better. Are you ready?
Let's go. Let's go.
Blank Trump. The first wife of former President Donald Trump died at age 73 in an apparent accident in her home. And we all, of course, know that that's Ivana. Ivana She just died in the past week. Do you think that our random guest knows Ivana Trump?
Yes. I'm going with yes. I'm not doubting this person anymore.
Yeah, you think that they would have to know this? I think everybody should know that. A lot of people know this.
Okay. Number 6. Blank Trump, the first wife of former President Donald Trump, died at age 73 in an apparent accident in her home.
And you think that she knows Ivana?
Yes.
All right.
She better know it. Ah.
I don't know how to pronounce the name right.
What's it spelled? How do you spell it?
It's like Ivana, I think, of banner or something.
Oh, you nailed it, Mike. You nailed it. This was clutch, man. You needed to get this one
I
right.
needed this one.
And she did. She somehow knew Ivana. So that leaves 7, 8, 9, and 10. You have 4 left, Mike. You can still walk away a winner. You can walk away on the winning side of this. All right.
Yes. Yes, I can.
Number 7, the drama series Blank led to the 2022 Emmys, Emmy Award contenders with 25 nominations. Let me read that again. The drama series Blank led the 2022 Emmy Awards contenders with 25 nominations. The answer to this question is Succession. Succession is the answer to this question. Will our guests know Succession?
So why not?
All right.
Why not? Yeah.
Let's see what say.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay. Number 7. The drama series Blank led the 2022 Emmy Award contenders with 25 nominations.
And you said that she's going to know it's Succession.
Yes. Yep. She's gonna know.
I don't know that one.
He did not know.
She's all over the place.
I have to track her down. Maybe I'm going to use the same person every week, man. This is the game that I've been looking for. So 7 in, we have 2 correct. We have 5 incorrect. If you run the table, Mike, from the rest of the way out, you will at least tie and finish at 500. Number 8. Number 8.
Let's do this.
Cameron Smith, a professional golfer from Blank, won the 2022 Open Championship in Scotland. The country we're looking for, Mike, is Australia. Will she know that Cameron Smith, the professional golfer, is from Australia?
I'm going to say no.
No on that one. I would too.
But once again, she's all over the place.
Cameron Smith, a professional golfer from Blank, won the 2022 Open Championship in Scotland.
And you said she will
Not know. She will not know.
I don't know nothing about golf.
Oh, good one.
I love it. I love it.
Very good. So now you stayed in the match. You stayed in the race. 3 correct, 5 incorrect, 2 left. Here we go. Number 9. The price of Blank dropped to $1,722 an ounce at one point last week. Its lowest level in 9 months. The answer is gold.
Gold.
Did you know that it was gold that dropped to $1,722 an ounce last week? Gold.
Yes.
She's going to know gold. All right, to stay in the game. Here we go.
Okay. Number 9. The price of Blank dropped to $1,722 an ounce at one point last week. Its lowest level in 9 months.
And you said she will
Yeah, she'll know.
know? She'll know gold.
She'll know gold.
I think that was gold.
Oh, so she got gold right. So you have 4 right, 5 wrong.
It's
1
all
left
on
right.
this one.
It's all on the last question. And with this guess, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is something that we talked about this week on the show. Here we go. Celebrity couple Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck got married in the city of blank. In the city of blank, the city is Las Vegas. They got married in. Will our random guest from the street know that they got married in Las Vegas? Boy, does this make it even more interesting? The fact that it's something,
It does.
you know?
It's
Yeah.
something, yeah, and it's oh god, because we talked about it. I was gonna blurt out New York or Boston or LA because you think of those two. That's what you think of.
Yeah.
Let's see. So she knew the dust. Doesn't know anything about golf, so she's awesome. Didn't know the political stuff, but knew of all. I'm gonna go yes.
She knows Las Vegas is what you're saying.
Yes, it's
Mike.
because I'm the way everything has fallen here, question wise, going back through them, deciphering. I think she would know this one.
I like your logic. I like your train of thought. I like.
And the
way you're
last
thinking.
time I did that with my train of thought, I guessed wrong. So
Okay.
I'm doubling down, baby. Let's do this.
All right. So you have 4 right, 5 incorrect. This is for all the marbles. Here we go. Number 10.
Okay. And last one. Celebrity couple Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck got married in the city of blank.
And you said she knows Las Vegas.
Yes.
Here we go.
That was Las Vegas.
She nailed it. Mike, you pulled off the damn near impossible. You survived. You got what we call a Pirates winning season. You finished 500. Congratulations, man. That was impressive.
I felt like LeBron coming back from down 3-1 against Golden State. That's what I feel like right now.
Mike, you got 4 of the last 5 correct. That was what you had to do to pull it off. You got the last 3 in a row right. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Kudos to you. Kudos to you.
I am more clutch than Cam Hayward and TJ Watt combined. I am like Sidney Crosby and Ben Roethlisberger and Mario Lemieux and Barry Bonds rolled
the
into
guy
one.
that's going to tell us about our website.
TwoDumbYinzers.com. Head on over there. Got the emails for questions, comments, ideas, links to merchandise store, links to Spotify. Check us out on there. Links to YouTube. You can check us out on there. Yeah, TwoDumbYinzers.com. DUMYINZERS.
And hey, we want to thank everybody so much. Again, the hour flew right by. We learned a lot today. We learned a lot about dreams. We learned a lot about weird shit that goes through Mike's head, the eating of toes, claiming that they're tacos. We played a great game of
Clutch.
Do They Know? And Mike clutch. Mike was clutch. Steph Curry pulls it off.
LeBron pulled it off. Kobe pulled it off.
Anything else, Mike, before we take off?
Kobe.
All right, there you have it. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. Check out the show tonight on 8 o'clock. It'll be uploaded onto Spotify and podcast form. Until then, for Mike, Ryan, the Two Dumb Yinzers,